Hello everyone. I'm J-Man Ericon here on Voices TV. Hope you're all doing amazing today. We have something really cool here for you. This is an amazing interview with the one and only Jan Coplan. So, with that being said, let's get started. So, Jan, first off, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for inviting me to come.
No problem. We're happy to have you. So, can you tell me about your role and what you enjoy most about working here at Landmark College?
So I serve as the Senior Director of Career Connections and Employer Relations. So my role primarily is to direct the office, but I also work on building new internships and job opportunities for Landmark students and graduates.
That's very cool. Well, as you know, the kids need the experience, especially once they graduate, they're going to be entering the workforce.
Absolutely.
Meaning they got jobs to work, bills to pay.
Absolutely.
Things like that. Now, aside from that, how long have you been helping with Career Day at Landmark?
Oh, wow. Quite a while. It takes quite the effort to get it all set up, to get the employers to arrive and make the commitment and register. I'd say we've been working on this for at least a year. Wow. About a year it takes to organize all the details, but also the large part, like I said, my title is Employer Relations, is educating the employers about the strengths of neurodiversity, but also getting them to commit to come to the career fair. Typically, when employers go to career fairs, they're interacting with numerous students, 500, 600 students. But we wanted to make this career fair neurodiverse friendly. So we're letting them know it's only going to be hopefully 400, 500 students. Well, it won't be 500 because our enrollment's a little bit under 500. So we're hoping every student enrolled at Landmark will attend the career fair. So a little bit different than what they're typically used to. However, there's some positive differences as well. We're going to have therapy dogs there. We're going to make it a conducive environment for conversation. And in the morning, we're going to provide a training on the strengths of hiring neurodivergent talent.
Wow, very interesting. Thank you for telling me. I know I'll be there, so I'm excited to see that. Career Day, I know that's important, especially since we want the employers to see the strengths of our students here at Landmark. And also, I'm glad you're bringing in the therapy dogs, because what I think is things shouldn't just be educational, but I'm glad you try to make it fun at the same time.
Absolutely. And comfortable.
Yeah.
Right? Because there could be some students that are very nervous about going to a career fair. Were you nervous when you went in the fall?
Why, yes, I was, but I just adapted, overcame, and I ended up liking it.
Wonderful, wonderful. So we're trying to remove any barriers for a student that would be reluctant to come.
Cool. Alrighty, thank you for answering that. Next one. How should students prepare for Career Day?
That's an excellent question. That's a large part of what we've been doing for the last several months, is going and visiting classes and having students meet with their career counselor and talking to faculty about how important it is to promote this opportunity. The best way to prepare is to tell yourself you're going to go, to show up.
Yeah.
Right? Additionally, we would love to see students come with a resume that they've talked to their career counselor about. However, if by chance you don't have a resume, or that's very stressful for you to start to put one together before April 8th, just come. We'll introduce you to the employers. But the best prepared student will have a resume. They will dress professionally. That doesn't mean a suit and a tie or a fancy dress. It just means don't show up in pajamas, right out of bed, in a hoodie. I would really encourage students to put some time into making themselves look professional and cleaned up. Again, if you forget that day's the career fair and you show up, you're a little ruffled, that's okay. But we really want students to put that effort into looking their best selves when they're talking to employers.
Thank you very much. I will keep that in mind, especially since I'll be there.
Great.
And don't worry, I will make sure to look my best and be my best self, because it's good to look professional, but also be professional.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I can tell by your role here, you know how to be professional.
Oh, I sure do. Thank you for that.
Sure.
Yeah. Next up, when is Career Day this semester?
April 8th from 11 to 1 p.m.
Gotcha. I'll make sure to keep that in mind.
It's a Wednesday. We purposely chose a Wednesday because we know students don't have as many classes. And you don't need to be there the whole time. Maybe you have a commitment. Just come, walk through, spend as long as you want there. Some students, as we were talking about, that were feeling nervous or reluctant, came and they stayed for just a while. And once they were through the doors and started talking to employers, they really enjoyed it and stayed longer.
Yeah, that's what I always say too, is you don't know how it's going to be until you try. You won't know unless you try.
Right.
And it's always good to try because of curiosity in some ways, because we have curiosity, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths.
Absolutely.
And I was kind of the same with me, because I was a little nervous when I went to career day for the first time, but I remembered something that a family member told me, which is that you can do it. Like, you can do anything if you're not afraid.
Right.
Yeah.
That's absolutely. Can I say a few things about that?
Yeah.
So therapy dogs will be there. So if you're feeling a little afraid, or like we talked about, feeling a little reluctant, you can look forward to hanging out with them. There's going to be career counselors there. There's going to be advisors there. You're going to walk into that room and know so many people who care about you, who've taught your classes, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities, many opportunities, both on campus and in the region. I've been working diligently in the last several months to find internships that students can walk to or take the shuttle to, so they don't have to worry about not having a driver's license or not being able to get to the internship. We're trying to identify employers, one, that care about neurodiversity, but two, that are accessible, that students can get to. And they're all paid positions.
Wow.
Yes.
That's really cool. Thank you. Our next one, in your opinion, what excites students most about the career fair?
Well, I would say for some students, it's the fact to go see the dogs, right? But I think for some students, many of the students that we've been meeting with and talking to, it's the idea that they're ready for something like this, that it's that they've reached a point in their education and their confidence and knowledge of themselves that they're ready to walk through a career fair and speak to employers and start to think about, wow, I could get a summer job, or I could get a job after graduation. For some students, they can't wait to speak to certain employers that they've already applied to a position, or they've heard about a position that really gets them enthusiastic and feeling courageous, and they get to connect with that employer. Some students are looking forward to talking to employers about certain directions they want to go in and their skills. So it depends on the student and their experience. There's an array of reasons what gets them excited. Some just want to see their advisor there or their career counselor. Some are coming for the food. There was good snacks last time. Some of them are doing it because they're going to get credit from their faculty. Like, okay, extra credit, that excites me. I'm going to go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I can agree with you on some of that stuff. Like, it's nice to have the dogs there. And of course, they got good snacks.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Our next one. How can someone stand out in a competitive field?
Wow, that's a great question. The way to stand out is to link back to what we were talking about before. Looking professional, having a resume, work on your LinkedIn, make sure you're distinct, that you're not going to look like every other candidate. So you have to be very judicious in that too. You want your distinction to be something that is a strong strength that another candidate might not have. For example, I've been meeting with various different students here who are work in the residence life, right? They're RAs. And what I've been telling them is you have a niche set of skills. Your set of skills as an RA on a campus for neurodivergent students in their residence, the dorms, is really important, because every other res life person in a college that's not neurodivergent doesn't have that niche set of skills, this unique set of skills that your competitors are not going to have. Knowing the strengths of your neurodiversity, knowing what your diagnosis or your lived experience is in a distinct way and a strengths perspective. Think back on perspectives in learning or various different things that you've learned from your advisor or you know about yourself. That makes you stand out. Many of our students, this has been something they've wanted to hide. This has been something that they feel embarrassed about. This has been something that's actually brought a lot of difficulty and for some students, trauma. Switch that mindset. We're all about growth mindset here at Landmark, correct? That's a strength. And that's what I do when I speak to the employers is you're going to find a pool of students that contribute to the workforce in a way that your neurotypical student does not. I hear from employers all the time that Landmark interns and Landmark employees are amazing. Often, those individuals serve as an intern and then are often asked to come back, return and do the internship, or they get a job offer because they put that time in. They made themselves professional, reliable, but they knew what they brought because they were neurodivergent.
Wow. Thank you very much. I will keep that in mind, especially in competitive fields. You want to make yourself stand out. That's what you want to do. It's kind of like this. Like you can't just talk in a monotone voice. You got to put on a wild act.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, you're great at that.
Thank you.
You're great at that. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Next question. What would be the best next step, for someone to stay in touch or apply?
Well, first of all, you're making a great step by watching this interview, right, J-Man?
Yep.
Just being part of this interview, taking this in, watching this is a great next step.
Oh, yeah.
Oftentimes, we have visions of, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that. Now that this has happened, follow through on that. Activate. Put it somewhere in front of your eyes, in your schedule, on your calendar. Talk to your academic advisor about those next steps you want to take.
Yeah.
So that you are accountable for those.
Yeah.
Because these great ideas that come to us often come in one ear and out the other because we're off to the next interesting thing. So being diligent about meeting with your career counselor, email them about an appointment, getting your resume up to date, ready to go. If you have questions about that, ask questions.
Yeah.
But I would say before April 8th, put it on your calendar, make a commitment. You might need to speak to your professors if there's a class or there's a conflict about being able to be excused to attend, and go, show up.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that. And I can agree on that. And one thing I cannot add on that is something like, well, this is something that a wise man once told me, which is be the dog chasing the ball on the beach. Like the dog's not focused on anything else. He's focused on the ball that's in front of him.
Right.
Yep.
Yes, and having a dog, it is unbelievable how much focus she has on that ball.
Oh, yeah.
And that very little will take, once that ball drops, she picks it right back up.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, we are just about at the end of our interview. Thank you so much for your time, Jan. And for everyone watching Voices TV, I hope you enjoyed this interview. Have a super day. And have a super day.
Good.
All right.